find missing children. They get missing quite a bit in these mountains.
South Carolina.
South Carolina? Do you live in a higher elevation with mountains?
No, but like the ironic part is I loved watching The Haunting of. And a lot of times I would say it before you said it.
Yeah, well, there you go. I would start making use of this because you can help a lot of people. And that's what I did. You can either look at this as a curse or a blessing. And I try to look at it as a blessing.
You have it. So
yes, you have it.
But I couldn't get away from it. People at night coming to my bed and scaring me all night when I was a kid and didn't understand, and everybody thought I was out of my head, you know. So
yeah,
I told that to my
yeah.
It doesn't.
Well, so I feel that you have done this before. You've done it so much more when you were a child. I'm not sure how much you remember, but that was second nature to you when you were younger.
It wasn't. Not to.
Say that again?
There's things I could tell you, but I can't tell you on the air.
Well, as long as you understand what I just told you as a validation, then that's pretty much the only reason they told it to me. It's right. And who's the birthday in July?
My daughter.
Okay, because there's a few people that are coming through from the other side that want to speak towards the July birthday, and what I heard following that was she's a free spirit. She's very free spirit, but she will calm down as she gets older when she's a mom. So don't go crazy.
To be a mom. She's really having a hard time finding the right guy, and I tell her just let it happen. Stop trying to push it.
Good advice. Very good. I agree with you. And so she will be a mom. I do see that. So, and then she'll be better. That's because her soul came here to be a mom. So
actually, the ability to, she would wake up in the middle of the night as a child and a teenager screaming, and she doesn't want to admit she has it. She's terrified of it.
It's a scary thing, I would imagine, at first.
My children have it. It does run in families. Not everybody's as open to accept the gift because, like I said, it can.
Is they would come to her. A girl came to her dead, and she had been in the water, and she was showing she died, and she couldn't handle it. She was 10 years old.
That's too much. That can be. I can relate. That's sometimes trauma for a child, but
yeah.
It is a gift, and it's if you can recognize it as such and use it for the good, then that's why you were born. So embrace it. Thank you for calling.
Sherry, thank you so much. We want to bring some other people on and give them a chance. I'm so glad you got through today. Thank you, Sherry.
I lost my mom in 16, and she wasn't right for a while before we lost her. She died of breast cancer.
Oh, well, try to feel her because you have that gift too.
She was angry with me when she died. So.
Well, I wasn't picking up anybody angry coming through for you. So
but it was because she was talking to butterflies and she collected them and everything. And my daughter, all her butterflies.
Take that as your message as well, then, please. Spirit always gives. David, you've seen this happen before. Spirit doesn't only give a message for one viewer. A lot of the times, the messages touch a lot of people's hearts, and they purposely set it up that way.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, I'm just the messenger. I trust what they say. And everybody who is on hold waiting is supposed to be on hold waiting. And whoever gets through, I don't get to pick. They do.
Neither do I. I'm just.
Let me say this right fast before.
Yeah, go ahead.
Kim, you inside and out. I've got your unabridged story, your book, and I listened to it, and I'm like, oh, thank you, Lord, for sending her to me.
Aww.
Because my own husband didn't believe in me for years. We've been married 32 years.
Oh, and wow. That's how long I've been married.
We're in. I walked in and I said, at least about 6 spirits have passed away in this house. So I made my agent ask them, and they said, yeah, about 6. They didn't know I'd said this. And another was here. The mother was still here, so I helped her cross over.
Oh,
Wow.
good, good. All right, well, just protect yourself and keep doing the good work. God bless you,
Thank
honey.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
so much,
too.
Sherry. Nice to meet you.
Good.
Okay, wow. You know, I'm so glad that we get to connect you with your fans and the people who've been watching you for so long. I'm really grateful to actually get to be part of this.
I know, isn't it cool, David? They're very loyal followers and fans, and they're very supportive, and their hearts are in the right place. So it's not just hype where, like I'm some movie star out there. I feel like they they can identify with what I've gone through in my life with my gifts,
Yes.
and they're really struggling with their own, and there's so much more where this came from. Emails come in every day with people with their children who see spirits in their bedroom and can't sleep at night. The veil between the two worlds is getting thinner, and our abilities are getting stronger.
Why do you think that's happening?
Well, I think because there's more light that is coming from the other dimensions, and the reason more light is filtering in is pretty much you nailed it in the last segment when you asked about the election. I mean,
Okay.
that's just one aspect, but I just think a lot of people are just they've lost their center, David. They don't know what they're searching for. So they rely on material objects and everything else in between.
Yeah.
They've lost their connection to the higher realms and to the light, and that's what my new book is about: is how they can reconnect with the light where they came from.
Right.
So and that it's not separate from them. It's
How can
actually
people can
they are.
pre-order it now, right? They can't read it, but they can pre-order it.
They can pre-order it now. I know there's a link on Amazon. The publisher is Harper One. If they went on Harper One's website, I'm almost positive there's a link for them to pre-order the book there.
Uh-huh.
And probably on April, it will be here in time for Mother's Day. So people are excited to buy gifts for their moms, and
Uh-huh.
it'll be perfect timing for summer reading too.
Well, I told you the first time, Kim, you've read me a couple of times, and I told you the first time after the first time you read me, I said, Kim, I told my parents about reading me, and you said, yeah, and what did they say? I said, well, my mother believes it 100%, and my father doesn't believe it at all. Oh, he said, that's okay, and I said, and he's pissed that nobody came through for him. So everybody, everybody's curious about this stuff, and everybody, it's fascinating, and whether you believe it or not, you want to believe in it. There's something about it that's just so compelling.
Yeah, and I think people need the proof, and once you touch their heart with information that resonates, that nobody knows, it does change something inside of them. I've seen it over and over and over. So it's one of the reasons why I continue to do the work. And it's not my job to convince anyone or to change someone's mind. I
Right.
just do what I do, and I let the spirit world take over, and it's their job to help reach these people's hearts through me.
I'm hoping we have time for 2 more calls, so I'm going to bring in our next call.
Oh,
and there we are. Say hello to Kim Russo.
Oh, we have a few people. Hi.
There's 2 of you there. Let me see. Let's make sure that they're unmuted. Hold on. Okay, say hello to Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Hi, how are you?
This
Fine,
is my
thank
mom.
Is anybody's name Kathy over here?
No.
I'm getting that C or K sound around you guys. Like,
I have a sister, Kathy.
Oh, well, that works.
Yeah,
Who has
I
a
have
sister? Is that
I
wave
have
your
a-
hand? You have a sister, Kathy?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so tons of things going on around Kathy, even though she's not in front of the screen. Yeah, you're gonna have to get in touch with her.
Okay.
I wouldn't say bad, but I would say probably things that she hasn't talked about lately.
Okay.
Like secretive things or stuff she's going through with her own family that she's sort of carrying as her own burdens.
Okay.
You can tell her I said that because it's coming up so strongly through the camera.
Wow.
Interesting.
Okay, definitely. Wow.
Yeah. How can I help you guys? What are your names?
I'm
a lot.
Chantel, and this is my mom, Vicky. We've been through a lot, and I think we see a lot of signs, and I see hearts everywhere, and I just want to know who those signs are coming from, and sorry.
That's okay.
We've had
A lot of heartache.
a lot of people who passed, and she's even lost her baby. So,
Well, I wish you wouldn't have said that. I do see a little girl. I don't know if you lost a girl, but there is a little girl for sure. I also want to talk about someone who passed away with an aneurysm or pressure in the head. So to me, that could be a brain tumor, cancer in the head. I'm getting a lot of head pressure right now. And it may not be who you're thinking of, so try to broaden your scope because it doesn't have to be recent passing. I'm seeing a man also with a very bald head and a round head. He feels fatherly like or uncle to you guys for sure. He's a jolly man who liked his drink because he's got bourbon or something. Well, if that's who it sounds like.
Yeah, could be my dad. There you go.
Yeah, so he's all over the screen. Like I can see him very clear. Now, did one of you didn't get to say goodbye to mom? Like grandma. So one is the daughter, here's another mother. So it's grandma, mom. One, you didn't get to say goodbye to her because that's how it's coming to me right now. And I heard that. And it looks like your dad, the one with the, jolly face, he's like pushing her forward and saying like not to worry that we didn't say goodbye. There was plenty of love at the end, but maybe not in that exact moment that she took her last breath. I almost feel like that's how she wanted it. She's very stubborn.
Yeah, she's a redhead.
So I'm telling you, it's her way or the highway.
That is very true, Kim.
There's also like an Eileen sound or an Elizabeth, like an E sound with her, right where she stands. I just want to point that out. Sometimes it's Eleanor or a very strong E initial. So don't take the exact names, but definitely take the initial because she wanted me to say that. She told me to tell you that there was a point where her hair was red, but she said it's not red now. It's like, because she's showing herself to me more at a younger age. She likes that age, and she doesn't want you to remember her that older age. And I just want to tell you, her hair is shorter, the way she's coming to me, and like done up a little bit. It's done nicely. She's making a big deal that her hair is nice. So there has a meaning.
Grandma.
There's a meaning in that. There's a total meaning in that. And she said something about you burned the biscuits. I swear I don't know what that means, but I just said what she said. Who burned the biscuits?
I'm confused. I don't know. I don't get it.
It has to do with cooking, and she's watching the cooking going on, and somebody was either experimenting recently with a cake or biscuits, and the whole bottom burned. So I know she showed me that. If
That's
it's not,
funny.
do you recognize that?
Could be my son. It could be my son.
He likes to experiment in the kitchen, so it is very possible it's my brother.
Well, that's what she told me, and don't think that she wouldn't address the other people in your family because if I didn't know that this woman crossed over, I would say she's earthbound, but she's not. And the reason I say that is she's always around you guys.
Oh, that means a lot. I can feel her. We have
Well,
some weird stuff going on around here, so I know that they're sending me signs. I mean,
well,
there's just no doubt about it.
she's the matriarch of the whole family, so she never missed anything. She likes to have her nose, not in a bad way, but more like in a everybody was her child, or even if you're her grandchild.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You are so right.
You're all her children, and that's how it was. Like she took care of everyone. So,
did.
there's well, guess what? She's either one of 8 children. There's a lot of children going on.
Yes, you are right.
Yeah.
She's one of a lot because she's coming through, and in back of her, I could see this like sisters and all these people that I said to her, "Who are those people?" And she said, "Oh, like close family." So it's like a mirror image. She wants everybody to stay close. That was always her wish. She said she told you guys that. Yep. It was always her wish. But unfortunately, some of you are separated, and I know we're on the air, but that might go back to Kathy. I do feel like some of you guys are cut down the middle, and we need to get it back. She told me to say.
And I'm in the works. I'm in the works of this. I really am.
You are
trying
point
very
on.
hard.
You are so point on.
Well, this is the thing. She's not blaming anyone. What she's saying is it's petty. It's petty. It doesn't matter. Life is too short.
So true.
So it's more about where you can kind of let things go for the point of it. Don't try to always make a point. Be the bigger person, and maybe even say, because she's pissed, not at you, but at. She said if she were here physically, this would never be.
I agree.
Well, she would march in there with her little house coat on, and she would make sure. I know you're laughing because you know that's the truth.
Absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
You are so spot on.
For sure. We just needed that validation so much.
Thank you so much, Kim. You don't know how much this means to us, really, honestly.
Well, that's why she stepped forward, and Grandpa pushed her forward. He said, "Oh, you need to speak to these women."
That's great.
He wasn't caring. Like, he cares, but he always let her handle everything.
Yeah. Yep. He
You
did
got
too.
it. That's very true.
So what I want to leave you girls with is follow. It's almost like, what would Grandma do, right? Like, what would Mama do? Well, let's do what Mama would do, because everybody knows what she would do. She always was consistent. She always was consistent, and this is no different now. So just because she's there doesn't mean she doesn't have a hand in your family. Because she said she's worked too hard generation after generation to get the family the way it is, the way it was, and she says you guys have the wherewithal to bring it back to that space.
I will do that.
And sometimes you have to eat crow. It's okay.
That's all right. That's what I say. Life is too short. We need each other. More
That's right. That's all you have, guys, is your family. And she's very proud of that family. She was a big part of it. She told me blood, sweat, and tears.
Yes. Can you tell her we love her very much?
Oh, you just did. Thank you for allowing me to bring her to you. Thank you.
And my sister. Can you tell my sister I love her too? Tell her to give my sister my love. Okay, she's with her. So
well, I'm just looking there, and she didn't bring her tonight that I would know of, unless I spoke of it earlier. But she definitely came in almost like gangbuster, like let me in. I have to settle the score here.
I just got done saying, Mom, you better push your way through here.
No, seriously, my mom seriously was just saying that. Like,
Mom,
you guys need to come through,
Come
please.
on,
we need you guys. And You guys.
Well, your sister is was she there before Mom?
Yes. You helped me with that too.
Oh, I don't recall. I'm happy. But
Yeah.
But that's what she just said. She said she's been here longer, so she's like able to move freely, where like I almost want to say she's busy tonight, like she's
yeah, I'm sure of it. She's just probably
but
enjoying herself. She should.
very much so, like a party animal type. Not that she wouldn't be,
Yes.
but I want to say that Grandma or Mom had to kind of come here with serious business,
Yeah,
because she saw a way to get through, and she wasn't missing it. She wasn't missing it. And I'm gonna leave you. It's either
Thank
for you
you.
or the next caller. But is the name Barbara mean anything? Barbara or Barb or Bobby?
My sister Bobby. My
We have a
sister Bobby.
Oh, you have is that her daughter?
Yes, that's my older sister.
Okay, that's pretty close.
Yep.
She probably doesn't want to leave her out of this.
I can guarantee you that.
That's why this came. Like, she wouldn't let me let you go without me saying that name, to let you know that this has to extend to tell her as well.
She's gonna be so happy to hear this.
Good. She can watch it in the replay.
This is gonna mean a lot to her. This is gonna be a lot to her. Thank you so much.
God bless you, ladies. Thank you for
ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So much. I love you, Kim.
Okay. So, Kim, you seem to have frozen, so we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back to say goodbye. How does that sound?
Oh, that sounds okay. Hopefully my voice wasn't frozen.
Your voice was fine.
Okay.
We could hear you the whole time, so we're going to take a moment, and then I'm going to get you back so that we can see you moving and talk, not just talking.
Okay.
So, back in a second.
This is for a new show called The Dick Van Dyke Show. I said, what's a Dick Van Dyke?
Our show, we try to be timeless and just be about the American family.
I went a couple of months ago to do a comic book convention, and there were as many people there dressed like Bo Duke as were dressed like Superman.
After 5 years of playing that girl, I had become that woman.
I didn't want to play Lando as a black man. I wanted to play him because he was like this guy out in space somewhere.
Mary was the most unbelievable star I'd ever worked with.
The navel. Want to know about the navel?
Whatever you ask me, I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah, you know what? If I tell you, people think I'm an idiot.
And we are back, and we have Kim with us. So, Kim, thank you for this tonight. This was great. We are now a little past 10. I was hoping we can get some more. If you're watching and you didn't get through, I am so sorry. Kim, please come back. Please come back and do this again.
I know. I just hope it helped. Even if it helped one person, I'm happy.
Sometimes listening to you talk to one person has got to help. Like a lot of times I've heard somebody say, please tell so-and-so I love them. And you say, you just did. And that's the one thing that comes over and over again. When I met you and you said, all you have to do is say in your brain or say out loud, you love them, they'll hear you.
Yeah, they can hear your thoughts, yes.
Well, I hope not all my thoughts, because some things I don't want people...
No, they give you your privacy as well. Thank God for that, right?
Well, I wish I knew how they knew, but that's all good. Okay, so tell me again, anything that's coming up for you? You got the book coming in April, so hopefully we'll have you on before April. What else is coming up for you that we should know about?
Well, there's a bunch of live appearances that are set on a roster that will be appearing on my website, kimthehappymedium.com.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, there's going to be a couple of new announcements or surprises. There's a couple of things in the works that I'm not at liberty to speak about just yet.
I hear you.
But, whatever spirit brings to me, I bring to everyone. I would, always encourage people to follow me on all social platforms, Facebook, Twitter. I have an Instagram, and I'm very interactive with my fans there.
And we'll let you know when Kim is coming back and when you can come back on. I'm glad we got the people on that we got on. I'm sorry for the people we missed. If your fans had their way, Kim, you would be doing this 24/7.
Well, and 1 hour goes very quickly.
Yeah.
And listen, it happens when you least expect it. So there's always an opportunity to get a message from above, whether it be through me, or if they get it through their own selves, or they get it, via a sign like we spoke about tonight.
Right.
But the other world is very crafty in finding ways to let their loved ones know they're still with them. So my money's on them.
That is probably the best place to leave it. Kim Russo, thank you very much. As always, you can follow us at Pop Goes the Culture TV. Hope you'll watch our show. This week we are running an interview with the great Ed Asner. It's an archival show. He tells secrets that he's never told before, and it's a really fun interview. Kim Russo, we will talk to you soon, and we'll be bringing you more live people that you can talk to. A couple weeks ago we had John Schneider. I don't know if you knew that. And we'll be doing more. So thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time.